Welcome to Investors Insights. Our topic today is Mother Nature, markets, and moments. Gentlemen, it's good to have you here with us.
Yeah, good to see you.
This is an eventful week. We're going into a long weekend, Labor Day weekend. It's hard to believe that as we approach September, that in just a little bit over 4 months, this year is over with. And it has got some compressed information and data and events taking place. We want to start out by saying that the tragedy and devastation that's occurring in Houston is horrific, and our hearts and prayers go out to those in Houston. And we also know that in this time period, it disrupts economy, really changes some dynamics. In fact, Trey, I think you did a very good report this morning talking to us about that. You want to discuss about that a little bit?
Yeah, we realize this is impacting families, individuals, but we also need to look at it from a market standpoint and the economy and how it's going to affect consumers and then how it's going to expand. So overnight, gas futures rose over 7%. That's a quick jump. And with the holiday weekend coming up, there's going to be a lot of people driving. There's estimates that gas prices will go up by as much as 25 cents a gallon. Now, this will just be temporary, but that will impact the data that's coming out later this month, or later this week, consumer data. How will that impact that going forward for the next few months? But that's something we're going to have to watch very closely, is how this impact expands from just the oil market to the consumer market.
Absolutely. Plus, you've got an economy the size of Texas. I mean, that is
very large.
Yeah, very much so. I remember when there were debates about Greece having their financial problems, and it was pointed out that their economy is about the size of Dallas-Fort Worth. And then you look, here's Texas going through this change, the economic impact that it can have, as well as what's it going to take to rebuild Houston and other areas. So a lot of capital and economic news coming out from that.
Right, definitely going to have an impact on the numbers that we're looking at.
Right, and in regards to that, we talked about doubt this morning, doubt and anxiety within uncertainties within the markets. And actually, you did a phenomenal job talking about what took place at Jackson Hole and Janet Yellen speaking. You want to talk about that?
Central bankers around the world had center stage last week at Jackson Hole, Wyoming, as they usually do each August, including our central bank chair, Janet Yellen. What we noticed from that you may have missed is that she still is very married to the regulatory control within the Fed, specifically Dodd-Frank. To us, as you remember, in February, her term is up. And to us, that puts her on a direct collision course with President Trump, who's trying to regulate Dodd-Frank out. And if she still stays married to that suggests to us that when February hits, he'd probably make a change there.
Right.
I mean, if she's going to stay that married to it, I don't see how they can coexist.
Right.
Definitely increases the uncertainty.
Well, and that's why we picked the topic, Mother Nature, talking about, what's taking place in Houston, and then from the standpoint moments. It's a moment where she speaks, and all of a sudden you start to see this hesitation and anxiety or doubt, like, was she going to be head of the Fed this next year? Will she be reappointed? So we'll be watching that closely. Now, on that, though, markets, I'm the kind of guy, I like some facts, hardcore facts. And Bobby, you voiced that this morning in the meeting. Talk about, don't we have a huge week of data this week?
The calendar is loaded. So now that corporate earnings season is winding down, the market's going to be following the economic reports very closely, and this week is busy. And so starting tomorrow, we got consumer confidence. So confidence is going up, spending is going down. We need spending to catch up with confidence. And a lot of the reason the spending has been down has to do with income. Income has been flat. Jobs are good, but income is going flat. And so we'll see the income report on Thursday to see that. And then on Wednesday, we see a GDP. Second quarter GDP is revised. We expect that to be revised upwards to 2.8, 2.9. We need the GDP to come in at 3 to 3.5. That's a strong, growing economy. And then on Friday, we have the jobs report and then manufacturing. So a lot to look at this week. The market's going to be following that very closely, and especially low volume going into a 3-day weekend, a holiday weekend.
That's a great point.
We could see the market move up or down a significant amount based on those reports we're seeing.
Right. Yeah, well, so hopefully you've gotten some great information that you understand how it ties to your portfolio, not only in terms of the overall market, but specifics as well. Also, we're going to keep you updated as we continue into this week. Continue to follow us on LinkedIn, Twitter, and Facebook. And just know also that we will be in touch with additional information that can educate you, give you more knowledge that you can share with others, as well as know what's going on. So take care. Have a great week as we go into this Labor Day weekend holiday.